good evening. You're watching CNN News 18 and I'm Poonam Burde. And the big story we're tracking at this hour is the Rajasthan rumble that is currently underway even before the Delhi Dangal begins for the top boss of the Congress party. That fight is only getting more interesting. And breaking news now coming in because we're standing by for the key meeting to begin of the Congress party in Jaipur. Even as the CLP meeting is about to begin in Jaipur, now it's muscle flexing from both sides. Gehlot's camp, in fact, is upping the ante against Sachin Pilot as the Pilot camp tries to eye a way in. MLAs want Ashok Gehlot to continue as Chief Minister, and if not, then someone who is acceptable to Ashok Gehlot or is believed to be a close aide of Ashok Gehlot will only be the consensus candidate. Unless that happens, there is going to be trouble and dissent that brews in Rajasthan for the Congress party.
कांग्रेस विधायक दल की बैठक है। कांग्रेस के विधायकों को और कांग्रेस के हाईकमान को निर्णय करना है। हम तो सहयोगी हैं, उस रूप में जाके बैठ जाएंगे। अभी तो ये विधायक दल की बैठक होगी, उसमें क्या नाम आता है नहीं आता है तो मालूम पड़ेगा कि किसका क्या है। हमारी तो मैं पहले कह चुका हूँ, हमारी तरफ से यही नाम है कि अशोक गहलोत को मुख्यमंत्री रहना चाहिए। अगर विधायकों के अनुरूप भावना के अनुरूप निर्णय नहीं होगा तो सरकार गिरने का खतरा तो पैदा हो ही जाएगा ना।
ऐसे लोगों के ऊपर विचार किया जाना चाहिए जो कांग्रेस विचारधारा के प्रति समर्पित रहे, संगठित रहे और इस सरकार को बचाए। और इसमें माननीय मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत जी की भी राय ली जानी चाहिए और भी लोगों की राय ली जानी चाहिए, जिससे कि हम 2023 में दोबारा सरकार बना सकें। ये मैं कहना चाहूंगा। दूसरी बात मैं कहना चाहूंगा, कई बार अफसोस होता है, मतलब जिन लोगों ने अनुशासन तोड़ा, जो लोग प्रलोभन में आकर के चले गए थे लेकिन फिर वापस आ गए, उनके सारे जो गलतियां माफ कर दी गई थी, इसके बावजूद ही अब ऐसे क्या डेवलपमेंट हो गए कि जो ये बात चल रही है।
Pallavi Ghosh, my colleague, now joins us live for more on this. Pallavi, we are standing by for that CLP meeting to begin in Jaipur, but muscle flexing from both sides has begun and there is going to be trouble for the Congress party if they can't get their act together because round 2 of Gehlot versus Pilot is expected.
Absolutely, and in fact, Poonam, I don't think Ashok Gehlot supporters are going to let it be easy for anyone else to step in, and certainly not Sachin Pilot. I mean, the Pilot versus Gehlot rivalry is very well known despite denials coming in from both the sides. Look, on his side, Ashok Gehlot has played it very smartly by saying that he's going to become the president and he's going to step down because there's one man, one post, and whoever the MLAs decide. And that's the googly which he has really thrown at the top Congress leadership. Now, for argument's sake, today at the legislative party meeting and even otherwise, most of the MLAs say that they want Gehlot to continue. I think that's going to be a clear-cut message to the top leadership, and that's the Gandhis, that they don't want Sachin Pilot to take his place. So what can be the alternatives? The alternative is either Ashok Gehlot then decides not to file his nomination as the president, continues as chief minister, or someone who's considered to be close to Ashok Gehlot, who Gehlot is comfortable with, takes his place, and some kind of a piecemeal arrangement is made with Sachin Pilot and to try and placate him. But this much I can tell you that Pilot and his supporters this time round are not ready to wait any longer. They certainly want him to become the chief minister because they claim that this is an assurance which has been given to them repeatedly by the Gandhis.
Absolutely, and it's interesting because the timing of it all is what the Congress will have to take into account. Next year, sometime towards the end of the year, is when Rajasthan goes to elections. So they have about a year and a half, and going into election year, they would not want to repeat of what happened 2 years ago, where Sachin Pilot, along with several of his MLAs, wanted to walk out.
Well, at that point of time, Gehlot was very comfortable with the numbers and there were no elections around immediately. This time round, that comfort zone is not there for the Congress party. As it is, the BJP is pretty gung-ho. There is a cyclical pattern of electoral results in Rajasthan. So the going is, in any case, very, very tough for Congress. At this point of time, however, I don't think the Congress central leadership would want that kind of a shaky ground to face the elections with. So we'll have to see how much the central leadership is able to placate Gehlot and his supporters, but more importantly, Gehlot supporters, and whether it can be Sachin Pilot's turn this time round.
Right, Pallavi, thank you so much for putting that in perspective for us. The muscle flexing has begun in Rajasthan. It is Pilot camp versus Gehlot camp once again. Though the two leaders have not come out and said specifically anything about where this is headed, who could be the replacement for Ashok Gehlot, but the rumblings are on within each of those camps in Rajasthan. Even as Ashok Gehlot has just about to put his hat in the ring because he hasn't even filed his nomination for the top job of the Congress party, and we already are seeing a hunt for his replacement that has begun. And I want to put that question across to the Congress spokesperson who joins us on this broadcast, Aishwarya Mahadev. Thank you so much for speaking with us here, Ms. Mahadev. But, it's is this like a preemptive strike by the Congress party? Is it really a selection and not an election? Because Mr. Ashok Gehlot hasn't even filed for nomination. We don't even know if he is going to be the next top boss of the Congress party. And we already have two national observers in Jaipur trying to find a replacement for him.
Good evening. I think there are two responses for that. That one, Mr. Gehlot has made his intention clear that he will contest for Congress president, which is accepted. And there are other people also who want to throw their hat in the ring. And obviously the Congress party is already prepared to see if we have an election, if it's going to be either unanimous or if we do see an election, as long as either of the people want to contest, and you will see a free and fair election that will be held for the top post of the AICC president on the one hand. On the second hand, I do not think it is wrong for the Rajasthan government and also Mr. Gehlot's cabinet and the MLAs of Rajasthan to also have a plan underway to see what is next. First and foremost, let us realize as the CLP, the Congress Legislature Party, will sit in decision along with the High Command, along with the in-charges, Mr. Markin, as well as the observers who have been sent there. They will have a discussion, but make no mistake about it. Finally, what is going to be, who is the chief minister, what is going to be the position in Rajasthan, what is the consensus of the MLAs, everything will be taken into consideration and then a decision will be made. This entire dialogue about saying the government is in dilemma and whatnot, I think is extremely false, in the sense that we are having a meeting to obviously answer any sort of contingency that comes up, and let's make it very clear, we're going to have a Congress supported. Obviously the government is going to continue. You are going to see another Congress chief minister there, whoever that the party and the MLAs decide.
Sure, so nothing wrong in having a plan B, a contingency plan like you say, but do you think that task is going to be easy? Because we've already seen the kind of muscle flexing happening on ground there from both camps, and the Gehlot versus Pilot rivalry is not new, something that the Congress has had to bear the brunt of just 2 years ago.
Let's make one thing emphatically clear, that both of them are very, very staunch congressmen. They also have huge respect for the system. They also have huge deference. They also have huge reverence for what the system is. And whoever is going to be chief minister, whether it's a continuation, whether it's a new person, whoever and whatever the situation may be, I know them to be people who will follow the party diktat. They will not cross that line, and the government will continue. The Rajasthan government has been extremely progressive, and these ideas, I think that these conversations of any inner turmoil or tussle never come out from the ruling party, though there are lots
Ms. Mahadev, I just want to interrupt you there.